Tuesday, February 26th edition of the Carolina Weather Video, and it's an interesting weather morning here across the region. I want to show you a couple of live cameras. This is during the 5 o'clock hour. Now, interestingly, Banner Elk above freezing, the temperature 35, the dew point also above freezing, but let's look at Appalachia. Now, of course, the lights are off there. You can't really see much, but look at the temperature there in Blowing Rock, 28 degrees with a dew point of 26. It's obviously a problem with the temperatures, with the precip moving in rather. Now, there's a kind of a broad look at the radar here across the Piedmont this morning. Yeah, and again, this is during the 5 o'clock hour. And precipitation settling on in from the southwest. Now let's look back. You get into the northern foothills, Surry, Yadkin County, the Virginia border counties. That's where you have winter weather advisories in effect. I'll show you more on that coming up. More significant ice accumulations continue to be a good bet in the mountains and parts of the higher foothill elevations. And that's the case even down to northernmost parts of South Carolina. And there's all kinds of rain on the radar continuing to develop to the northeast and in our direction. Look at the blizzard continuing in parts of Kansas and Missouri into the Midwest. That's on the northwest side of this big low pressure area. Now there's the advisories at the time I'm cutting this video. You had a freezing rain advisory including the Triad, also including Hickory and Statesville, down toward Shelby and Rutherfordton, and down into the northernmost parts of western South Carolina. And you notice an ice storm warning there in the mountains near and south of Asheville, and winter storm warnings in the northwestern North Carolina mountains up into parts of western Virginia. So that's the advisory and warning situation. Here's the overview. Low pressure, one of them centered near the Ozarks, and there's that triple point there where the fronts intersect in northern Georgia. There'll be another developing area of low pressure today, and all that precipitation continuing to spread northeast here and into our region as this system continues to mature. Now here's the latest run of the RPM modeling in terms of ice accumulations. Notice some pockets of pretty significant icing in some mountain spots. And again, this is additional ice after what has already occurred. And you notice some of this icing spilling out into the Virginia border areas, the foothills, and even some of the northwest Piedmont. Briefly, the temperatures will climb above freezing pretty much everywhere later today. And this will be just a soaking rain. The rain totals will pile up. Now, behind this system tomorrow, we're in good shape with a drier setup arriving as we await a big blast of cold air later on. In terms of severe potential, there's your day one severe weather outlook. South Carolina, southeastern North Carolina coast, down to Georgia, and the southern parts of the state and parts of Florida. So there's what it looks like on the upper air chart. Powerhouse upper air low on the European model. That'll get out of the way. A couple quiet days coming up later this work week. But look what happens here. This is the European, valid very early in the morning hours on Saturday. Let's see. That's what it looks like on the European. Here's the Canadian solution. Pretty good looking, although not nearly as powerful as the current one, but a pretty good looking upper air low. And I don't think I stuck the GFS upper air chart. Maybe I did here. Let's see. Yeah, there's the GFS upper air chart. And the key, if you want to pop a decent system for the weekend, is one of the keys here is you need some separation between this previous system and the next one moving in. That would maybe allow this to turn more negative tilt and amplify. Now again, let me kind of show you a couple of the model solutions. Now this is today. There's our messy system moving on through. Quiet weather tomorrow. But as we get into the weekend, all right, here's the European solution for Saturday evening. A little bit of snow shower activity trying to break out into the Tennessee Valley and the western Carolinas. The GFS, more impressive with the snow shower activity as you get toward Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. Still nothing major, but some snow showers, and in some spots it's rain showers, depending on boundary layer temps. Let's see, and there's the Canadian solution right there. Light snow shower type of activity. And again, we'll watch this. If this were a trough that's swinging in would return more in a negative tilt fashion, you could get maybe a more significant system over the weekend. It's got some work to do to get there, though. Now, later on next week, there's the European solution for Wednesday morning. Still looks like another system moving through. That'll be the next one to watch down the line as the active storm track continues with some cold air around. So we'll see how that plays out as we go further ahead in time. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay dry, and God bless.